Hey, what's up guys? This is a follow-up video to my other video. I am making this video because I actually had a discussion with someone, like actually quite a lengthy discussion about the playstyles of the deck, and we got into some, I would call it a little bit of a light debate about like different cards that you can use in the deck and why you would use them. And we essentially came to realize that it just came down to our different playstyles. I prefer to play an OTK style of the deck, he prefers to play one that can draw out the battles and is ready for a few different situations. So I figured I might as well make a quick video showing how I play the deck, because some people might look at that deck and think to play it like he plays it, where you take it turn by turn. Whereas the way I've built the deck and the way I prefer to play the deck, I play it as an OTK deck. So I'm going to quickly run through the cards that I'm using in this Remove Brainwashing build, and then I'm also going to play a quick game. This is totally unscripted, I haven't planned any of this, so I'm just going to go with it. If you didn't see the other video, I will go through quickly what the deck does and how it works and all that kind of crap. And then I'm just going to jump into a random ranked game and see how it goes. I might lose, but I'm going to try my best to show you how the deck works. But anyway, this is Remove Brainwashing. Remove Brainwashing decks work by giving your opponent massive monsters like Grinder Golem, Lava Golem, Volcanic Queen, and the newly released Santa Claus card. Now you give them to your opponent by tributing your opponent's monsters, and after you've given them to your opponent, you take control of them back again using Owner Seal or Remove Brainwashing. The strength of this deck is the fact that you are tributing off your opponent's monsters to summon massive monsters which you are then bringing to your side of the field. So while you are simultaneously getting rid of anything your opponent controls, you are also giving yourself massive monsters, which means it's not uncommon for this deck to be able to go from your opponent being in a really good position to your opponent having no monsters on the field and you have 6,000 attack on your side of the field. The heart of the deck comes down to the engine. The engine is usually what you'd consider the engine are the monsters, which are 3 Grinder Golems, 3 Lava Golems, 3 Santa Clauses, 3 Volcanic Queens, 3 Owner Seals, and 3 Remove Brainwashing. Every other card is optional. For me, my preference is to play stall cards such as Battle Fader and Swift Scarecrow, as well as a lot of draw power such as Cardcar D, Maxx, and stuff like Pot of Duality and Trade and that kind of stuff. The reason why I prefer these cards is because for me the playstyle of this deck is to OTK. I will not play anything, I will try to reveal as little to my opponent as possible, and then when they least expect it, I summon out about 15,000 attack in one turn and kill them. So that's how I prefer to play the deck. It's very all-in, and it has very little defensive strategy beyond dropping Battle Fader and Swift Scarecrow. So it is a bit of a gimmicky deck, but it also relies on having a good balance of either the spell card and or the trap card, as well as the monsters. If you get all of either of them, like a handful of monsters or a handful of spells or trap cards, the deck is almost entirely useless because you cannot normal summon, and you can special summon these to your opponent's side of the field, but you'll just be giving them massive monsters. So I wouldn't call it a consistent or even a very good deck, but it's hilarious when you manage to get it off. So sorry about that, I just had coffee and I'm feeling a bit, yeah. But anyway, yes, so I think I've covered most of this in the other video, so I'm just going to jump into a game and we're going to see how it goes. I'm just going to play a single game, and like I said, I have not organized or prepared for any of this, so this may go horribly, but we'll see how it goes. Always good manners. I'm going to choose to go first, because why not? I mean, you get the additional draw if you go first, so hey. Alright, looking so far, we've got Grinder Golem, Lava Golem, Pot of Duality, One Day of Peace, Cardcar D, and Santa Claus. Unfortunately, we haven't got any of the return cards, and I don't have any stall power, so I'm thinking, I don't know what deck he's playing. He might be playing an OTK deck, so I'm going to take my chances, and I'm actually going to go, if I go Cardcar D, that will put me up to 7 cards, so I don't want to do that. So we'll just go Pot of Duality, see what we get. And if we get something decent, might be able to start setting up for different plays. If not, hey, there we go, there's Remove Brainwashing. Hopefully he has no idea what this deck does, or what to expect from it, because one of the fun things about this deck is the shock value that you can get. I added that back to my... we'll just pretend I was meant to do that. I added that back to the deck by accident. Oh well. Okay, so misplay already. That was great. We'll just go One Day of Peace. That was stupid. I saw that. Ah, never mind. I'm an idiot. Oh, okay, so apparently me recording and me trying to talk and think at the same time doesn't work out very well. Okay, so this is stupid. Never mind. Alright, so he's going to mill 3, see what he gets. Dark Hole. Espadrille. Oh, he's playing Psychics. Ooh, interesting. Alright, well there's one MST down, which means that I don't have to worry about that as much, although Psychics do have a tendency to have cards that pop off certain things. But if he manages to pull out Ultimate Axon Kicker, that is one additional strength to this deck, is the fact that things like Ultimate Axon Kicker actually do not have any, they can't prevent, as much as they can prevent themselves from being destroyed, they cannot prevent, yep, I thought he might do that. There's one less MST to worry about. They cannot prevent themselves from being tributed, which is actually a really fun part of this deck, is the fact that your opponent cannot stop them from being tributed. You can get rid of things like Quasar, you can get rid of things like Venomenaga. Those cards are immune to nearly everything except being tributed. So, yeah. And what's he gonna do? I'm not actually entirely sure if this game has disconnected because my internet is a bit gamey, but okay. Is it worth dropping a fader on that? No, it's not really. I'll take that. Now, is that a permanent gain or? No, it's not. Alright. Okay, so here we go. I have Grinder Golem, Lava Golem, and a trade-in. So, the trade-in will definitely be getting rid of the Grinder Golem right now. Because the Lava Golem is actually sorry for that. So, to the graveyard with you. Why is he drawing cards? I went from thinking I was cheated the first time to cheating that time. To him actually cheating unintentionally that time. Please be... Nope. Okay, I got nothing. Alright, so we will go for set. We'll go for a Pot of Duality. And that also allows me to set up that Nightmare Archfiends if I manage to get a Remove Brainwashing. Yes! There we go. Because now... I have... to top of the deck, Santa Claus. He may have only just realized that card is new. See, now between a Battle Fader, Remove Brainwashing, and Nightmare Archfiends, I actually have a legitimate strategy. And I think I can also... Pot of Duality. I can also Cardcar if I really need to. So I actually will do that. Alright, we'll go... Also, yes. Alright, we'll go Cardcar. Go Effect. Which is to the grave, actually, first. So, I really should just send him to the grave and gone Effect. End turn. Alright, so now between two Battle Faders, as well as my two cards on the field, I really hope he has nothing to stop those plays. Because if he does, that'll be a little bit annoying, but... oh well, it'll be interesting. So now I have two Santa Clauses, a Volcanic Queen, and a Lava Golem. Which means I can actually use the two Santa Claus on the two monsters he has at the moment after dropping a Battle Fader. I can trip Nightmare Archfiends. What if he's running triples? Which means I'll actually be able to pull two Santa Clauses as well as having the three Nightmare Archfiends on the field. The Santa Claus will allow me to draw additional cards because of its own effect if it's on my side of the field. And then the Nightmare Archfiends are just a 2000 attack push, so that will almost work. Is he running Titanial? What is going on here? Fragrant Storm. Is he Plant Psychics? Ah, interesting. Alright. So he didn't really mill anything too interesting there. He's overlaying. What could you be going for, sir? I think he might just be going for a Zen mains. I'm a little bit disappointed at that, because that means... oh, what are you? I don't actually think I know you. I haven't played in a long time, so... once per turn, you can detach material from this card, then activate one of these effects. Send a plant-type monster from your deck to the graveyard. Target one plant-type monster in your graveyard. Special summon that target and face-up defense. Oh, he's going for Titanial. I'm fine with that. Because... now he's got two monsters on the field again. Or not. Hey, wait, no, Dandelion, that's more tokens. Sweet. That's actually more tribute fodder. I'm fine with that. You, sir, have no idea what you're playing against yet, do you? So yeah, I like to let my opponent build up a bit of a field presence, and then I like to push for one solid OTK attack. The Santa Claus is a really good card for drawn out games because he allows you, you can pull him back to your side of the field, and then if you keep him there for a turn, you can draw more cards. And but the downside to him is he's got a low attack, and he's summoned in defense, so if you're pushing for a final attack in an OTK, Santa Claus isn't that great of a card. But for me, I find his usability in the fact that you can pull him to your side of the field, draw cards for him, and then next turn overlay him into something. He's also really good because he's a 6-star along with Volcanic Queen. And since Volcanic Queen, her downside is that you have to pay an upkeep or take damage, you can actually overlay the two into something else to prevent the damage from Volcanic Queen. One of my favorite things in the world to do is pull out 2 Volcanic Queens. If they have 2 monsters, you pull out 2 Volcanic Queens, attack for 2/5, attack for 2/5, use one Volcanic Queen to do 1,000 damage, use the other Volcanic Queen to do 1,000 damage, and then overlay them both into Photon Strike Bouncer, and if your opponent tries to activate an effect, that will do the final 1,000 damage to them, because the 2/5 attacks will be 5,000, the 2 burns for 1,000 damage will put it up to 7,000, and then if you overlay into Strike Bouncer, his effect is to do 1,000 damage if your opponent tries to activate an effect. So, okay, this is really annoying because my friend actually plays Psychics in real life, and I still don't entirely know how they work. Once a turn, you can send one card from your graveyard, select one Psychic-type monster in your graveyard, and remove it from play. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, select one monster removed by play from this effect, and special summon it. Oh, cool, you're going for a swarm. That means I can swarm even more. Because at the moment, I have the ability to tribute off 5 monsters. Hey! I like how he's going all in. This is great. This is phenomenal. Although he's probably going to summon a tuner now because he has a 3-star normal. Yep, Psychic Commander. Have that monster lose. Yep, tuner. So he's got 6, 8. He's got the potential to make an 8-star synchro at the moment. Yep, thought so. Go for it. Ah, well. The Hush Psychic Cleric will summon back Esper Girl. So that makes it a little bit more. That brings his field numbers back up again. Stardust, huh? Oh, there's another one. But the Lava Golem and Santa Claus, Volcanic Queen, all those kind of crap, they contribute over the top of stuff like Stardust. I think what I'm essentially saying is the only thing you cannot really tribute is when a card specifically says this card cannot be tributed, or if your opponent is doing something random like running Mask of Restrict. Other than that, this deck is phenomenal for that sort of thing. Alright, sir, what are you doing? Shall we see how you go about this? Because I have the potential to summon out a Lava Golem, a Volcanic Queen, and then summon out 3 tokens in attack, and you have absolutely no back row at this point, so this might actually be game unless you can do something phenomenal with your next turn. Unless you're running Swift Scarecrow or Battle Fader, in which case I'm going to cry a little bit, but oh well. We'll see how it goes. But I'm feeling very good because he's not running any back row, and back row has a tendency to stop this deck, especially if you get something like, what does Spell Striker do again? Special summon this card by banishing a spell card. This card can attack your opponent directly. You take no battle damage from attacks involving this card. Hey, great, he's going for more. Alright, so yes. So, the thing that really stops this deck is when someone uses something like, what does that do? Spell card. Alright, is when your opponent uses something like Earth Fertilizer. That's special summon plants, isn't it? Special summon that target. Yep. You cannot normal summon set during the turn you special summon with that effect, even if this card leaves the field. Did he normal summon this turn? Actually, I don't remember, it was so long ago. No, he started with melee. Yeah, I don't think he did. I'll let it slide anyway, doesn't really matter. Boom, what up? Oh, he must be slightly pissed. Alright, so he's got Miracle Fertilizer. This will be fun. Alright, so I can go Lava Golem, Volcanic Queen, I can tribute off for that, so yep, let's do that. We'll go Stardust Titanial. And we'll get rid of Beast. Alright, so let's see. He does not have enough room at this point, so I will go for... Anyway. Wait, because that will be... Yes. I don't even know the name. Milaye. Alright, and we will go... Activate. Alright, so I am sitting on 5,500 attack at this point. I don't think I'll have enough room to bring back... Actually, I could do the Volcanic Queen to burn off... Yep, I can do this. Volcanic Queen effect. For 1,000 damage. I don't really need the Santa Claus, I can OTK him this turn. Battle phase. We attack with 2,500 first, just in case he has a Gauze. Which I'm truly hoping he doesn't. 3,000. Activate Nightmare Archfiends. And we'll get rid of the Battle Fader. And then attack and control return to me. So that is GG. I don't actually know whether he's gonna try and call me up on the rulings about this. This is one other thing I pointed out in the other video. The rulings for this deck are... they really confuse people. They have a tendency to confuse people and actually just generally infuriate people sometimes, so it's good to have them on standby.